Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rogers Kakasungura YouTube channel. The blood of the young man tortured in Karura Forest and rushed back to Central Police in Nairobi, abandoned and left to die in police custody. I want to assure you that this blood will not rest until some people take responsibility. It is crystal clear. You know, there are things you can do to Kenyans, but you will do one thing and everything will turn upside down. Am I making sense? Because I'm too emotional. In Kenya, we have been saying abductions, abductions, abductions. We have been saying extrajudicial killings, extrajudicial killings. Gachagua once told us there's a killer squad. But we doubted him and we thought he was tainting the good name of our God-given president, Bishop William Ruto. We thought he was tainting his name. But little did we know that Gachagua knew what we didn't know. So, every police officer who was involved in the issue of Albert Ojwang should be worried, because the blood of this young man will not rest in the grave until they personally take responsibility. A son of a poor man. Ladies and gentlemen, so maybe they thought, they saw the family and they thought, if we kill this man, nobody's coming to bother. Nobody's, from Migori all the way to Nairobi. Nani atapata hata fare ya kwenda? Sababu familia haina kitu. But who is God? Who is God? Mungu hali githeri kama mwanadamu. Mungu apewi hongo kama mwanadamu. God is fighting this battle until a new Kenya is born. God will fight this battle himself. Ojwang might not have powerful relatives with money. Ojwang might not have powerful parents with vehicles and choppers. Ojwang might not have a powerful wife or a sibling. But let me tell you, Kenyans, there is God in heaven. There is God in heaven. The fight on this case has now narrowed down. It is now between the OCS and the DIG. They want to implicate the OCS, but the OCS is saying, no, come on. You want. Mnataka kuniwekea makosa? Haiwezekani. Kitaumana. Impossible. OCS amekataa, amesema kama mbaya mbaya, twende. Tutakimbizana and see who is going to blink last. And who will blink first. So the OCS amesema it's not him. The DCI boss yesterday, while giving his accounts, alisema the person who should be held responsible is the officer commanding a station, the OCS. Na OCS amesema haiwezekani. Kama ni kukufa tukufe wote. Period. So this is what he said. He says that Ojwang was brought into the station in a critical condition. So the OCS was not involved in the murder. That's what he's saying. He says, on Wednesday, akiongea jana, Talam and fellow officers attempted to save the life of Albert Ojwang. They even rushed the late Ojwang to the hospital. I'm reading a statement. Ndio misquote. No, this is a court case. To hospital where he was pronounced dead on arrival. So according to the OCS, he was so kind. According to him, not according to Kaka. According to the OCS, he says, he was so kind and wanted to help. Actually wanted to save the life of Ojwang. Him and other officers rushed him to police where he was pronounced dead. Yeah? He further said that he did not at any point object to Ojwang's booking at the station. Ladies and gentlemen, the OCS is saying he was not at the station when Ojwang was brought in, but arrived after he was notified of Ojwang's critical state. The remarks of the OCS was a response to Mohammed Amin, the DCI boss. Ladies and gentlemen, this case will swallow some powerful individuals. I analyzed an article from the Star, and a popular blogger by the name Cyprian Isnyakundi is saying that the DIG was in person present with his driver when Ojwang was being tortured in Karura Forest. And Cyprian Isnyakundi is also quoting from the Star newspaper. And the Star newspaper is writing from a reliable anonymous source from the police. Ladies and gentlemen, there's one thing I know, that you can fool people once, twice, thrice, but you cannot fool people all the time. God has decided that at this particular moment, He is going to expose this God-given government, who every Sunday call themselves bishops, but again, tainted with blood. The church can now see clearly where we're headed to. The church has not spoken. Ametulia tu. Mimi nangoja kanisa ionge. Lakini kwa sababu wameshiba, they won't talk. That is obvious. Wamekula sadaka, wameshiba. They are belging. They can't talk. Hawezi ongea. But I know there's somewhere we're headed to as a country. And because the church is silent, the members of parliament decided to go in bed with the government. Senators the same. God has decided to fight himself. Makanisa yamehongwa, hayataki kusema jambo. Corruption on top, abductions, killings. Kanisa imenyamaza. Every time ni state house wanasema God-given government. Mungu ameamua. Listen. God has decided to calm down himself. Mungu ameamua. Uzuri, I'm on record warning these churches. God has decided in person ateremuke, apiganie watu wake. And you know, when God is fighting, there is no human power under the sun that is going to block God's mission. And the church must know that God is angry with you. Mungu amekasirika. Mungu amekasirika na nyinyi. Kwa nini? Mumekubalia siasa kwa madhabahu. Mumekubalia wanasiasa kuzungumza uongo kutoka kwa madhabahu. God's wrath is here with us. God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. If you're watching this, kindly make sure you click the subscribe button and remember to turn on the notification bell. God bless you. See you in the next episode. Asanteni sana.